Thanks a lot for your support, friends. Hello Star Wars lovers. Will I am and this is Star Wars Transmedia Universe. Feel welcome and enjoy this new video. To stay up to date with news from the Star Wars universe, subscribe and hit the bell for YouTube notify you of new videos. May the Force be with you. First of all, here you have the video of Ewan McGregor explaining changes about the release date of the Obi-Wan Kenobi series. Enjoy it.
Hello Star Wars fans, thank you for all your incredible support and response to Obi-Wan Kenobi. I have some important news. Our premiere date is moving just a couple of days from Wednesday to Friday, May the 27th. But here's the exciting part. The first 2 episodes will premiere together. So make sure you tune in to both episodes of Obi-Wan Kenobi, streaming Friday, May the 27th, exclusively on Disney+.
This new graphic version of the adventures of Kenobi, one of the most beloved Jedi Masters in the Star Wars universe, will be available very soon. Obi-Wan Kenobi is one of the most famous Jedi Masters in the Star Wars universe, and it seems that this year, the character will be more present than ever. Although the exact date of the arrival of Star Wars, Obi-Wan Kenobi, a show for Disney Plus starring Ewan McGregor, is not known, it was announced that its debut would take place in 2022, which we hope will not be delayed for any reason. Now, in addition to a TV show of the character, a new Kenobi comic book miniseries is on the way. The next comic series of the beloved Jedi consists of 5 issues, which will be available in May of this year. In this new work, the creative team of the writer Christopher Cantwell and the artist Ario Anindito present the adventures that Obi-Wan narrates in his diaries, which were later found by Luke Skywalker in the Marvel compilation of Star Wars comics created by Jason Aaron. In this new landscape, fans will be able to follow Obi-Wan from his beginnings as a Padawan, through his time as a Jedi Knight during the infamous Clone Wars, and finally as a Jedi Master. The StarWars.com page gave the announcement of this new Obi-Wan miniseries, in addition to sharing the covers of the first sample. The site also took it upon themselves to speak with Christopher Cantwell about what it was like to write a younger version of the iconic Jedi, whom was also asked which character from the prequel turned out to be his favorite, and more. The writer expressed the following. And when Obi-Wan was found at this age, I looked at my own 8-year-old son. I love seeing the world through his eyes because it reminds me of what it was like when I was his age. I tried very hard to take advantage of that. There's this idea in the first issue of being small in a massive universe. All kids feel that way. I also wanted to make sure I got all the details right, and there are a lot of details to keep in mind when it comes to Star Wars. As mentioned above, each issue of the new Obi-Wan comics will show the character at a different stage in his life. Cantwell noted Kenobi's strength throughout these times despite the tragedies he has endured. Without a doubt, this is an essential part of the nature of the Jedi that the writer always took into consideration, as it explains how this attitude prevails unwavering until the end. Cantwell explained, "What I love about Obi-Wan is that he is a very patient and strong character. He maintains hope and keeps that flame burning even in the darkest moments. He lost his master, his best friend, he has experienced a lot of pain, but keeps going. He waits on Tatooine for decades. He is the Buddhist concept of Kshanti, patience personified. He can hold on to glimmers of light amidst the cloak of darkness." Each issue thematically deals with his ability to do that as a person. Later in the conversation, when the writer was asked what his favorite prequel character would be, Cantwell said it was hard to pick just one. It seems that he enjoyed working with so many remarkable characters in this universe that now it seems difficult for him to choose one over all the others. His words were the following: "Writing Yoda was surreal. Getting that speech pattern right isn't as easy as it sounds. And I've always loved Qui-Gon. He's my favorite part of the prequels and such a fascinating character. Anakin turned out to be more complicated, because he's as multifaceted as a diamond. but it's been a joy exploring them all, and also playing with some beloved alien species and even creating a couple of new characters that I think fit well into the larger universe. I mean, I'm answering this question while my original Darth Vader briefcase is behind me filled with my old Kenner figures. Who doesn't dream of bringing them to life? Obi-Wan #1 arrives May the 4th with a tale of Kenobi's early years as a Jedi. Issue #2, art by Luke Ross, will arrive in June and will feature Obi-Wan's years as an apprentice to the legendary Qui-Gon Jinn. You've already seen them as a duo, thanks to the Phantom Menace, but Cantwell and Ross have something a little different planned for this adventure. We're going to see Obi-Wan as a Padawan, which means we're going to see him with his master, Qui-Gon, Cantwell said. But I think the story is unexpected. Those of that in #2. And this is all about the new comic that so far we know. I hope the video has been to your liking. A long time ago in a place not so far, far away,